Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of PSA Submission. So I got this big box in front of me. I'm trying to look on my slip here and see where is it? I think it's over 140. I'm not sure. Let me just look real quick. Got my agenda here. Oh man, there's 135 lines, and there's a couple cards in there that have 2 or 3 possibly, all the way up to maybe even like 4 or 5. So we're going to go through and we're going to get these cards out and show you what we're doing. But this will be our next PSA submission. This is a sports card submission. So if you're looking for Pokemon ones, I have another one of those videos coming up. Because I'll have another Pokemon submission here pretty soon also. I think I'm just having one, possibly it'll go out tomorrow. So hopefully you enjoy it. And if you see anything in here that you have any comments on, feel free to drop some comments. I'm hoping to do a live opening when I get these back, and possibly do some sports giveaways, maybe some packs, as you can see in the background, or some cards or something, or maybe some discounts to the website to pick up some of the slabs if they're cards you want. So I'll see you guys inside. All right, guys, welcome back to the show. We are all ready to go. I have them out of the box. I'm going to put them back in because I'm going to use this box to ship them, and that's where I want to store them. So we've got a Andrew Jones, and this is out of 3,000, number 907. So this is Gonzalez and Jones. It's a pretty nice card. It's 1998 Donruss Preferred. Next, we got a Nolan Ryan 1994. 1094 Topps Nolan Ryan. It is a little off. I get that. I do have a couple cards in here that I'm okay getting 9s on. And I kind of have that factored in. I mean, I understand there's a little bit of, there's a little stuff going on here that maybe could bring some of these down. But this is the McGwire. I think it's tape measure one. It's pretty cool. You can like see through. So some of these have such a low population that I'm cool just getting them graded, just because there's really no one out there to compete with, even if it does come back. Then you got a Don Mattingly. This is the Diamond Tribute from 94. This is Joe Carter, 0 population. So a 0 population card right now. So hopefully we'll pull that. Then we got the Barry Bonds from Diamond. I'm just kind of double checking to make sure I have them all on my list over here. And then we have, Deion Sanders did not make it somehow. I think some cards did not make it into my submission. So Deion, I'm sorry, you're going on the next one, which is funny because the A-Rod also somehow did not make it into the submission. So good thing I'm checking. And obviously when I go through and do a wipe down, I'll also see that. So you have a Ruben Sierra, Topps Gold 1992. It is a little off. I get that. But there is no population. It'll be the only one submitted. And I do have multiple sets of this. So the goal, honestly, is to submit this, get back an 8 or a 9, get it sold as a population 1, and then get back a 10 and sell that as the only 10. So instead of going the opposite order. Then we've got Bo Jackson, 1995. Looks pretty clean to me. We've got Cal Ripken, also 95. We got a Don Mattingly. I historically cannot pull a clean Don Mattingly, even if I pull it out of a set. So some of these are pretty amazing to me. It's just a personal challenge to get Don Mattingly's. And then we got a Griffey Bonds, right? So awesome. We got Tony Gwynn. Nice looking card. We got another Griffey. So obviously a lot of these ones you're seeing right now are from, and they probably have the show's already up or maybe coming soon. We got a Jeter. So we got Future Stars Jeter card. Pretty well centered, maybe a little bit bottom heavy, slightly left heavy, but we're going to send it. Then this is an error card. So this is supposed to have a Topps logo on the front. And there's no gold Topps logo. So this is actually the error card. And it was actually really clean. So I was quite content with that. I was pretty happy to see that. So that is pretty sweet. Geez, I'm just knocking stuff around. We have a Ramon Martinez 1990 card, 0 population. So 0 pop. So that's pretty nice. I'm going to drop my page so I can continue to see in case I'm not sure. Greg Jeffries, surprisingly, no population. Just a sweet looking card. I figured, how can you pass up on a second-year Jeffries when there's no population, right? Joseph Uribe, of course. He's just going to take advantage. If you guys are buying them, people are buying them off eBay, we might as well stick them up there. The high brown, his age being wrong, has just gotten a list of people who want him. Candy's got no population, so I figure why not? There's like 0. He's not registered at all for that set yet. We got a Terry Steinbeck Air card, and this is more of a placeholder. I actually have one that's perfectly centered, but the problem is it is a Air. So when you look on the back, it says, right by my thumb, it says Cathers, not catchers. Now there's 0 population. Actually, should I? Should I submit it and get a 9 and then submit the 10? But there is no population registered error, and it is a corrected error, so I'm asking PSA that they register it under its own spot. They give it its own serial number. Then we got a Barry Bonds 1994 Tombstone Pizza. That's a sweet looking card. That was in a wax wrapper up until a couple days ago. We got a Kirby Puckett. And it's funny because I was going through I was sorting my bulk out, trying to get them a little more organized, get all the 87 tops and all blah, blah, blah together, right? And I was into this box, and underneath, in the bottom of the box, underneath the cards, there's this wax wrapper. I was like, what the heck is this? It was a couple of these cards that just were laying flat on the bottom of a box, and they're like in great condition. I have no idea, but it was a bulk box, probably from like when I was a little kid. It was all, I don't know what year, these might be 94, but I mean, it was a bulk box from a long time ago. Yeah, 94. And somehow, like, I must have been moving things and just dropping it in there. I said, I'll get it out later. We had a Kenny Lofton. This is Upper Deck SP. Or is it SPX? It's SPX, right? And this is the gold. So this is actually a gold variation. So yeah, isn't that sweet? The holographic. Those are just cool. Remember those being expensive packs. And then we have a Joseph Uribe, of course. This is also an error. And if you're ever wondering what the error is, it's an uncorrected error. So it won't register through PSA, but it's 121.60. And I figure if we can pull a couple of his error cards in 10s and then just slap them out there for less than everyone else is charging, hey, why not take advantage of it, right? Okay, we got the Ken Griffey, also from the SPX. Same year. And this one is actually a primitive, Jeez. Here. There we go. Why is it sometimes you get those words in your brain that just won't go through? And we'll have to give some of these a wipe down before they go off. We'll make sure every card gets pulled out. And I'm seeing a little bit, yeah, I think there's a scratch on the hollow, but I'm okay with that. Some of these are such low population, we're going to take it. But that is an insert variation of the card, so that's pretty cool. The modern stuff won't have it. And then you've got an Andrew Jones. Looking nice. I'm just checking out my list once, so I'll make sure they're actually listed. We've got a Billy Wagner. Where? Uh-oh. Jones, Billy Wagner. Why do I have... I think I have another one coming up. Okay, never mind. I'm back on track. Got another Kenny Lofton. This would be 93. I do recognize that set off the top of my head. It's very, like, I mean, I pretty much stopped collecting in 92, right? So I have some 93s. I mean, I still bought some, but barely any. Got a Jeter rookie, right? Pretty sweet looking card. That's your 93. Then we got another Jeter card. This one would also be 94, right? So we got 94 Jeter, top prospects. Wow, it's a rough day. We got a Billy Wagner rookie. It's going to be a little off. Going to be okay with that. We got a Cal Ripken. Got a Cali. Not too bad looking card. We got a Van Slyke and a Griffey Jr. 93 All-Stars card. We got a Nolan Ryan 93. Looks a little top heavy. We'll see what they do with it. I need about 1 in 5. With this box, I need 1 in 5 to come back as a 10. If any 1 in 5 come back as a 10, then I automatically break even, right? Based on kind of history, so like this is probably going to, so let's re-clarify. If the cards come back as a 1, a 1, a 1, and a 10. If at least 1 out of 5 is a 10, the other 4 don't matter. I will automatically break even based on the value of some of the cards that I verified are going to be, well, I can't verify, but you know what I'm saying, right? So we got Evans rookie. So if they come back as 8s or 9s, they're going to get something, right? I'm going to get something. Not what I paid to grade them, but the loss is not 100%, is what I'm saying. So we got a Griffey. So again, a lot of these, like if this comes back as like an 8 or 9, I can get $10 for it. That won't be a problem, right? Or I can throw it in a slab show and do some big giveaways that day. Like I'll get my money. So ultimately, and wow, this one is really off. Cal Ripken. Ultimately, this box, I'm hoping, I mean, best case scenario, it brings in about 24 grand. If they were all 10s, right? And they all sell for market price right now. Another Jeter, but that's unrealistic. So I'm hoping that this box that I send in, when all said and done, when it's sold, on just cost, nice looking Griffey, profits about 3 grand, right? Now these, I've got a good number of these, and I have no idea how they're going to grade it. I honestly have no idea how this will grade out. And these are the Fleer extra bases, and they actually fall right in line. I figured they'd be like under Tall Boys or something, but they fall right in line with the standard grading. But yeah, these are extra bases. I've got a whole box of these, so I have all the rest of them, and I've got multiple Griffies too. So I want to send one off and just see what they grade me at. We're getting another sports other than baseball. So this is a artist proof Herman Moore. This is score, I think 90, looks like 97. So it's an artist proof. I think like what is it? Something production, pre-production or whatever. But yeah, that is a nice looking card, and that has no population at a 10. So that one hopefully we'll get. Obviously, we're going to send off a couple Griffey rookies. These are a little bit rougher shape. I mean, they're clean, but, you know, I've always had a hard time with anything 89 Donruss. I just feel like nothing was too clean. So it's probably one of the cleaner ones, but they're a little rough. So we're going to send off a Griffey. We have another Edmonds. This is 96. So Jim Edmonds is standard card. Ooh, that's me. There we go. It's just a cool looking holographic. And I've got a whole stack SPX, but I want to send off just a couple to see how they do. Then we'll send the rest if they go okay. This is the AAA. So you got McGwire, Steinbeck, and Canseco from 89 Fleer. Another SPX. Okay, so we've got, this is Manny Ramirez, 96, Bound in Glory, or Bound for Glory, sorry. There you go. It is an insert. So we're hoping to get something. Then we got a Pudge, right? So we got Ivan. So this is actually the gold variation. That's a trademark. It's not a ding. It's a little trademark logo. Overall, the gold box is pretty clean. So I'm going to be sending off a handful of golds to see how they come back, and then see if I can figure out, if they don't come back that great, what it is that caused it. Robin Ventura. Also a gold. A Chipper Jones, gold, a Todd Zeal, and I think Zeal's got 0 population, anywhere around 9 or 10, I think. So if he gets 9 or 10, he'll be a nice super low pop or 1 pop. Same thing here with Lankford rookie, sitting because of the population number. It's one of my set breaks. I didn't even know that I had these. I was literally going through, and earlier last year in 2020, I was giving away tons and tons of boxes of what were essentially going to be commons. And I would sort through them once in a while to see what was in, but just kind of getting rid of them. Kind of the goal for the sports collection. And I went through, and I found a box that opened the packs pretty much and then slid the cards right back in. And just said, I'll do something with them later, from 94. This was Flair's, was it Skybox? No, this is, sorry, Flair. So it's Flair USA Basketball. These cards, and so I pulled them out, I'm like, I don't remember there being women's in there. These cards all have recent comps at like $150, $100. And I was like, well, holy smokes. I remember I bought the box at Target for like, I don't remember what, like let's say $19.95 at Target. And it had a whole bunch of stars. Now I probably have like 4 or 5 of each of these, but I want to see how they grade out. because those ones have low pop and high return. These ones like $100 and like maybe $50, and I want to kind of see how they fall before we send any more of the shacks in. The populations are so high that we'll kind of have to see. We got a Griffey traded. I know there's another Griffey traded in here. 222. And then I have another submission of like 150 cards that'll be going out pretty soon. I'll probably send that out next week, and then I've got a couple more lined up behind it. So this is kind of just, oh, I can't find it there, but here's a traded 1989 Topps traded, another 89 Griffey. This would be the Donruss. Another 89 Griffey. This is score trade. It looks a little off, but I figured, hey, let's just send it off since we're sending some Griffies. 91 MVP. We have a Randy Moss, and there's no one to compete with on this one. We should have the only and highest population. What a magnificent card. Super clean. Super clean. We'll get a nice pop one out of that. We got a Jordan, which happens to be number 1. Right, so we got a Jordan jumping over Patrick Ewing. I mean, I don't know. Skybox have had such a hard time. I've had other Jordans from Skybox or other Skybox cards go out and come back at like 8s when I really can't figure it out. So we're going to give all these cards, take them all out one more time before they ship. Give them a wipe down. We got John Forcade from 1988 Topps. There is no 10s, so we're hoping to pull the only 10. And then there's Finis Dimbo, low population. This was his rookie card, so I figured let's get one of them off and see how it does. Mike Gibninski, 0 population at 10, so we're going to send one off and give it a try. Bill Musselman, no population at 10, so we're going to send one off and give it a try. Now, when there's no population, I usually have like 5 or 6 of them that are pretty clean. I have cards like you wouldn't believe. So the idea is that if I send one off and I get a pop 1, as soon as it sells, I'll ship the next one off, right? And then I'll sell that one as a pop 2. But if I send off 5 today, then it's a pop 5. I never get the population 1 sale bump, right? So you got a Gene Larkin, nice no 10 population. Danny Torrable, looking good. Scott Bankhead, no population at all, 0 population. Mike Birkbeck, no population whatsoever. These are the Fleer Glossies too. Those are the Fleer Glossy update sets. So that's pretty cool. Beautiful looking set. Robbie Thompson, gonna have a pop 1 there. Pedro G, gonna have a pop 1 there. I figured I wanted to, so I've got a bunch that have this cut on the Classic. Part of opening up all my collections, I probably opened up like, I honestly don't know, like 15 yellows and like 20 blues and another 10 reds. So, I mean, I have so many that are cut at about this measurement. I want to see, because if you put in a calculator, like you use my scanning app for cards, like we're at 60/40 on a lot of these, or they're in a bulk box. So I want to see how it actually comes back. So we're going to send this one off. And I have some cleaner looking ones with the rest of the reds that are going off in a different submission. And kind of waiting to see how this one goes. And then we've got Orel. This is the 1986 Baseball's Best Fleer. It's like a little mini set. It's pretty cool. It's a nice clean card. Extremely low population on that whole set. We have a JT Snow, 94 Bowman. Nice looking card. We've got a Bo Jackson. So this is the Bo Jackson career in jeopardy. This is the injured his hip playing. Was ultimately, if you don't know why he didn't play longer, that was why he got injured. So nice clean Bo Jackson card. And right behind it, we got another Bo Jackson. The population can easily support multiple submissions in this one. I really honestly don't do anything modern, so I figured I bought a pack that I was sitting at Target, and I was like, ugh. I was like, let me see what those look like. And I kind of felt it, and it shifted like it was one of those like jumbo packs, and it shifted funny. And I'm like, there's an insert in there just from all the years of collecting cards. I'm like, there's an insert in that card. There's a relic in that pack, right? So then I grabbed it, and yeah, there was a relic, and there's another like insert. So there is no there's only one other population, and it's a 9. And I think they're trying to get like $100, or maybe they did sell for 100. Something I remember it being like 109. I was like, you know what? We're gonna try to see if we can get a 10. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't collect modern cards. I have no idea, honestly. Glenn Rice, super low population. I don't remember exactly, but just super low. So I figured, why not? It's a Glenn Rice. There's got to be someone out there trying to complete a master set. So we'll give it a try. These, this is the most recent thing that I opened. Let's see. Some other packs I have that I think I'm going to send some packs off to PSA. So if you look here, we got a Kirby Puckett, we got a Dwight Gooden. There's another Nolan right there. There's a Nolan, there's a Canseco, and there's a Bo Jackson. So the couple packs that I didn't open, honestly, because they were some of the packs were getting bleeding going on. The blue was bleeding onto. I mean, you can't see it on these. These ones are clean. But the blue was bleeding onto either the back of the cards or the edges. So I figured I'll just try to cement this. I've never cemented a pack to get graded. So I figured, why not? If you have any experience with that, let me know. Yeah, so we got a Nolan Ryan big card. That's pretty cool. A Bo Jackson big card. This is recently selling around $300. It's a little off left, right, but we'll kind of see how that goes and determine where we want to send the rest. It's the cleanest one. Kirby Puckett, about $100. Jose Canseco, super low population, $100 some. You guys all know this player, right? So we got a couple of these. Got some Jordans, 1989 Hoops Jordans. We're going to send off, I think there's 5. So where, oh where? There we go. Yeah, there's 5 of them. They're clean. I mean, they're good. Shouldn't be a problem. I'm hoping to get some easy 9s or 10s there. Should be at least 1 or 2 10s in there. We have Chuck Daly. I'm going to send 1 off. I got a stack of them. We're going to send off 1 and see. As you can see, like in the background, I've got hoops packs. We've opened quite a few booster boxes we had. So we're just going to kind of pop them out there and see. Okay, so here we go. We got a Manute Bowl, 1989. They're going about $100. I've one that's probably going to be a 9. I just figured, heck, threw it in there. I had it in front of me, and I didn't want to get off my butt. Honestly, it was just that lazy. So I just threw it in the order. We got a couple Greg Maddux. These are the update glossy sets. I opened, how many did I have? I think I opened like 8 or 9 of those things. And I only a few that came out actually looking good. So I only have about 2 or 3 that actually, and what you're seeing is just stuff on the thing. There's no dings on these. They're fresh out of the can and right into the sleeves. And I have a Don Mattingly because, like I've said, personal challenge to get a PSA 10 Don Mattingly. I don't really care what it is, but that's a glossy regular set card. It's not from the not the regular set, is glossy set. William Perry. I'm going to see how these grade out, see if there's anything they're doing on these. I've got opened a wax box, and I think we're going to do a jumbo box here sometime soon of these packs, but I had like 6 complete sets. So depending on how they grade will go. So we got a Barry Sanders. There should be. I thought there was more than. Why did I think I had more than that? Let me see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we have 2. Sending off 2 this round. You see, this is the 1989 tops traded. They're the cleanest ones. Sending off 2 Barry Sanders rookies. Those are worth quite a bit. We're going to send off all of the ones. I only have 4. We're going to send off all 4 Whitney Houstons. They're all pretty clean, and we'll just kind of see what we get, right? It's $100. So this submission here will cost me $84. Let's just say $84, because I have to factor in all my shipping both ways, and obviously I don't send in with like card stores or third parties. I just send all my own stuff in. So I'm going to say on this submission, based on the current prices for this month, I'm going to round up to $21, all said and done, each card I send off. So, oh, I got another Maddox. I got another Max. So that being said, this is $84 of submissions. If one of them comes back pretty good, it's over $100. So like I said, even if 3 come back, like if 3 disappeared in the mail and one was a 10 that came back, I'd be okay. So realistically, I only need 1 to be a 10, and then those cards. So I'm kind of, sometimes when I'm factoring, yeah, so I guess I have 2 more Maddoxes. So I did have 4 that we're shipping off. And there's my other Griffey. Got a Bo Jackson 1989 supplemental set. That's just in there. I haven't wiped them off yet, so I'll get all the crud out of there. But yeah, that's a nice clean card. This is a cool set. This is the 1986 Fleer. We saw an Oral already. Canseco. It's a pretty clean looking one. I have a whole box of this. So I had like 24 of these sets. And these are some of the most horribly cut cards I've really seen in a long time. So it was hard to get anything, literally anything out of any of the sets that I opened. I've got a Ken Griffey 94 Bowman. This is 1990 Score Superstars Canseco. Okay. Mookie Baylock, I got a couple, but we're going to send this one. It seems like the cleanest. We'll kind of see where we get from there. The other ones aren't quite as cut, so I think they're probably 8s or 9s. We have, this is the gold hologram, not the silver, which means it came out of a complete set. This is part of a box breaks. It's the Ken family. We got Craig, Ken, and Ken Sr. Pretty cool. Nolan Ryan, I have literally 20 of these that all look exactly like that. That clean, that crisp, no marking, perfectly centered. I'm going to send 2 and see how they go. And if they come back looking good, they're selling about $250 right now on eBay, pretty consistently and pretty fast. So I'm hoping to get these back in kind of a hurry. And if like I said, you know, if one of these is a 10, that's the same as paying for 12 cards to get submitted, right? So that means the next 11 cards in line could be absolutely 0. So remember, if they're 8s, I can get $10. Like I can get something. What I can do is put like a big stack of slabs and say, here, you got 10 slabs for $100 buying, right? So we got a couple of those, and if those do pretty well, depending on how they come back, I'll send the rest. I got a Jordan 90 Hoops All-Star card, pretty cool looking. It is an error, but it's an uncorrected error. So if you're an error person, it's supposed to be 87, 88. It says 86. I didn't win 86. We got David Robinson, rookie, and again, so upward $300 some. It's clean, nice, well centered. It's straight from a pack into a sleeve and into a top loader. So very nice. Got a couple interesting basketball ones. Sam Vincent with the Jordan. So this actually, there's 2 variations. They printed it. And then this is the Jordan 12. Fun story behind that is someone broke into the locker room and stole his jersey. So they gave him 12 to wear for that one game. So that's kind of why. So it's a pretty cool card. Goes for about $150. Got a Mark Jackson. Also fun story. Look here. Get the Mendez brothers. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to talk about it. You figure it out, Google it. But these got the Mendez brothers on there. Got a couple of those. Let's see how that comes out. Another Jordan. So the base Jordan from 90 Hoops. We got the Toys R Us. This one is, I think this is 88. Yeah, so this is 8. Whoa, what the heck? This is 88 Toys R Us. I have about 24 of these sets too. Yeah, we're set up there. Sorry, I could have saw that. But they don't have a huge population, and they go very, very well. So I'm hoping for a nice return on that. This is the Bill Belichick rookie card. For whatever reason, consistently selling 400 and above, right? So I'm hoping to get back maybe at least 110 out of this. And then that, again, huge profit. This is oh, this one's a greenback. So I think I'm going to send off. My other submission I have already set has got tons and tons of these. Like I said, I opened like 24 of these, and I actually know how to find the greenbacks instead of the yellowbacks. I actually factually can find it every single time. So there is a way to tell. I'm not going to share it until my whole sports card collection is gone, and then I'll share any and all of those secrets you guys want. But yeah, so you got Mark McGwire, pretty clean looking card, 87 yellow with a green back, and then obviously, if that one looks pretty clean, that means the Bonds and the Berry from that set are pretty good. I think I have like 4 or 5 Bonds and Berries that are green, backs that are super clean. I'm going to send these 2 off. I don't know if you noticed or not. How do they look? I guess, give me your first opinion. How do these 2 look? Right, first instincts. Now, granted, it's lighting and monitor, but they are the 1988 Tiffany set. And that set, because it's just the kind of the gloss that are on those, the set yellowed. And if you really look at it, like you can see side by side, the yellowing. So I'm not sure how that's going to go, but 2 phenomenal cards if they grade out. I have a feeling they're both going to come back because I've got the Tom Glavine, which is like a $1,000 card at a PSA 10, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it besides yellowing. So I want to see. I've heard that they're pretty forgiving on that. So we'll see. This is an 83 Topps Mike Schmidt. Really clean, little left heavy, but that's about it. Everything else on it's pretty pristine. So one of the older generation cards, want to see how they're grading those. We got a Pudge winner. So before it was the regular, that one's the winner one. I got a Canseco winner. We have a Manny Ramirez winner and a Roberto Alomar winner. I think I have like 3 complete sets of the winners. I had a lot of them. So we're going to kind of submit these and see, because I know there's going to be little things they're going to try to ding me in the gold boxes. So I want to get some back to just kind of figure it out. Then you got Kenny Lofton winner, Bo Jackson winner, and a Chipper Jones winner. And I think I'm going to quickly page down to the Chipper Jones winner area. There's Whitney. So We're probably right about right here. Mookie. Did I eventually find it? No. There was no registration. It's the craziest thing. There's no registration of a Topps winner for this card, which means it's possible. And I think that now I'm looking at it. I think I searched for 551 because sometimes you'll type in the name and it doesn't come up. So I don't know if there's zero population on the winner or not because it easily registered my gold one. So I don't know why. Then I got the Robin Ventura winner because I would like to have, you know, the winner and the gold one. Sell them as a set. James Edward is an error. There's a little line up there next to the numbers. It is a corrected error, so it actually is an error that is not just a print error. It's actually an error, then they corrected it. So there's no population on that error, so we're going to send it off. And that's one I'm trying to get them to understand. Like, this is an error. You need to take that. Buck Williams has no 10s, so I figured why not give it a shot. Roy Hilson has no 10s, so we're going to give it a shot. Then obviously more Jordans. I have so many cards just kind of scattered all over the place that these are not honestly ordered the best. I get that. I should have them. It would be nice if I had all my Jordans together. I get it. I'm just so busy I didn't want to do it. Because then they would be serial numbered right after each other. Nas. Love Nas. Anyone want to help me out? Get me in contact with Nas Marketing. Barry Larkin, 1998, Donruss Preferred. It's a club level card, zero population altogether. No matter what happens, this is pop 1. It comes back as a 5. It's going to suck, but it's a pop 1. There is no registration for that card at all. This is the Deion Sanders 1998 Score Epics. No, wait. What did this get populated at in their report? Where did it go? Sorry, guys. I'm just reading down the line. 1998. Let's verify that. Yeah, now it says Pinnacle, but in their system it's Score. I don't know. They'll get it figured out. I think it's Pinnacle, but that's the only way they would take it. So there is no population at all anywhere for Score or Pinnacle for 98 for the Epics purple game. And so there's different ones. There's purple, green, and orange. I think they may be red. I think this is the second to rarest. I think green was only like 50 produced, but this is like the second to rarest. So getting the one pop on this will be amazing because I've never found anyone else who really has these. So I mean, you could potentially try to find one loose on eBay and get it graded, but I think that might be a pop one I can get at the store for quite some time. Kurt Stillwell, 1997, Toys R Us. I'm going to send it off and see how it comes back. It's going to be a pop 1 if it comes back as a 10. Otherwise, I think it's a pop 2 at a 9. Cal, this is part of the Bloodlines and his brother and his dad. Or is that... Or just Billy. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. Where's his dad? I don't see his dad. His dad's not on there. Cut more rookies from that year, from 89. Had so many of them. And I think I had like 6 of each one of these. So we're going to send them off. Evaluate how they do the grading because you can see, like, there's a little bit off. So I want to see which one they consider is better. Then whichever one gets the better grade. Centering-wise, I can go based off of that and decide what other ones to send. Again, 88 Bo Jackson. This is so clean I had to send it. Got a LeBron James rookie. It's R class. It's not that great of a set, but it is a rookie. Not a huge population, so let's send it. We have, hey, get out of there. Cards. Okay. All these Randys have got, all the rest of these just have a pretty low population. So we're going to send them. We got Randy, and I have multiples of them, so depending on how they come back, kind of evaluate. We got Randy. This is Prestige EXP. And then you've got, well, this is the October Best, not Fest, Power Zone. So this is it's just a sweet-looking die-cut Griffey. We're going to send that one off. Randy Moss again. This is the Fleer Ultra. And then you've got another Prestige, Playoff Prestige EXP. Just a cool-looking card. Another Fleer. This is Fury. Some of these have 0 population at a 10, so if I do pull a 10 on some of those, we got pop ones. This one does have a 0 population at a 10. This is Triumphant Randy Moss. Pretty sweet. This is an MJ. I think there's probably a ton of population at this one, but this is an MJ23. It's like a subset of Upper Deck that year, and it's pretty clean. The edge is a little weird because it has this texture. Let's see if we can get, you see that texture? And I'm not sure how that's going to play out because it's not a real straight edge, but it's pretty clean. I don't really see much with it. Now, they're pretty good at finding problems. And then we have a, sorry about that, we have a Ricky Williams that does not have a 10. I don't even think it has a 9. I think there's no 9 and no 10, and maybe like 1-8 or lower. So this is a National Treasures from, who was this? I suppose I have the report. I could just look up the stinking thing. 1999 Donruss Preferred National Treasures, number 20, Ricky Williams. And it is out of only 2,000. It's number 434 out of 2,000. I always just thought this was a pretty sweet card. By the time 99 came around, most of my cards, if they're not gradable, it's just because they're so far off-centered. By that point, I was pretty much sitting with sleeves and top loaders and sitting and putting them like right in a sleeve, right when I open the pack, stop opening it and go. So before that, it's kind of hit or miss whether or not I have clean cards. So that is my big box of submissions for the most recent sports card submission. If there's any of those cards you're interested in, make sure you're dropping comments down below, because I will also drop comments when I get the PSA submission back. And then if you're subscribed to the channel, you'll get the notification when I'm going to schedule that show. And the day I know it's going to land, I'll schedule in advance a live show, probably do some giveaways that day. So again, I do appreciate you joining me for the opening. If you want to see, like I said, when this gets back, what kind of grades we actually get, we're shooting for, based on the cards that I have in there, I would say at least a 40%, right? At least a 40% PSA 10 is what I'm hoping for, looking at some of those cards. Now, I would say generally in the past, I'm a lot better with Pokemon cards. I collected sports cards for a long time, but I'm much better gauge at Pokemon cards. I always get around 40 is my lowest for like a big batch, like 100 cards. I would say, 50% a lot of times. So if we can get back 40%, we're sitting nice, and then we will unload those really quick. And then if you're in the Minnesota area, I will be going to try to get a table at one of the local sports shows closer to the end of the year. So any of the sports card stuff that I still have that I haven't either opened yet or send off to PSA, I'll be trying to just dump at that show. So great deals. And then reach out anytime you want. Again, if anyone want to help me get in touch with Nas, still trying to do that. I'll see you guys soon.